What's going on, my friends? Jack here from Fun My Life, just going through a quick video for December's giveaway and brief previews for the games I'm giving out this month. Yes, you heard me right. I said games with an S, and I've got a good one for all you good people out there, and that, well, in keeping up with the holiday spirit, I will be giving away digital copies of 2 games in this month's giveaway. The first game we'll be talking about will be none other than the Dead Space Remake, coming out next month in late January 2023, with a release date of January 27th, 2023. Known as one of the greatest survival horror games of all time, this remake is seriously looking incredible, and one definitely worth revisiting or perhaps visiting for the first time. That giveaway has gone live today and is linked in the description and will be going on for the rest of the month, ending December 31st at 11:59 p.m. EST. That's right, just in time for the new year. The second game I am covering in this video is none other than Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, a remake of one of the greatest PSP games of all time, releasing really soon, in fact, next week soon, on December 13th. The giveaway for Crisis Core Reunion Final Fantasy VII will end next Thursday night on December 15th at 11:59 p.m. EST. If you are participating in this game's giveaway, just know that the winner will get their digital copy on Friday the 16th, just a few days after its release. Please check your emails, everyone, because if I don't get a response from the winner within 1 week of the ending of the giveaways, I will have the computer randomly select another winner until I get a response. Anyone can participate, and the winner will specify what their preferred platform of choice is upon receiving an email from me. You can find both giveaways in the description. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the contents of this video by briefly going over these 2 games, and give you an idea of why you should keep these games on your radar. First up, we have Dead Space Remake, a remake built up from the ground up, featuring the best horror setting in outer space. This 2008 classic is being remade with all the modern touch-ups we could ask for, including obviously better graphics, enhanced audio, and a fully voiced Isaac Clarke. Previously mute, this protagonist of the Dead Space series will finally be given dialogue in this remake, giving greater importance to its characters, story, and the USG Ishimura, which is the setting for this very first Dead Space game. The USG Ishimura is a mining vessel, a ship that explores various planets and moons and mines their resources. Everything goes horribly wrong, however, when, upon extracting from planet Aegis 7, unbeknownst to the crew on board the Ishimura, a deadly necromorph outbreak occurs, infesting the claustrophobic corridors of the expansive and haunting ship. Expect excellent, tight combat with a unique focus on dismembering the limbs off the necromorphs through incredibly tight and responsive controls, featuring a wide range of firearms, telekinetic powers, and more as players take control of Isaac to rid the ship of its infection and discover the secrets behind what the heck just happened. It's an incredible story, and those who played the original laud the lore and atmospheric storytelling done through harrowing audio logs and exceptional, over-the-top cinematic moments. On top of the standard expectations of modern remakes with the obvious graphical and audio upgrades, great care has gone into making the game feel even more immersive and expansive, with a large dose of unpredictability. Introduced in the Dead Space Remake is a fully explorable USG Ishimura, allowing backtracking to take place throughout the many corridors of the ship. In the original, the game was sectioned off with traditional levels, not giving the player much in the way of backtracking through previously explored areas. In the remake, backtracking is all possible, and to spice things up a bit, the developers are implementing a system where a variety of things can occur at random to give players a heightened sense of dread while returning to previous areas. This includes, but is not limited to, randomized enemy respawns, thick fog or mist obscuring areas, various audio and lighting shifts, and much more. The developers behind the remake state that they want to go above and beyond what a remake is for this game, making players who played the original have a sense of familiarity, while also surprising them at every corner. For those who haven't played Dead Space before, this will be an incredible playthrough if you are interested in atmospheric, intense survival horror, and it is for these reasons why I am giving away this game. As a big fan of the original, and given the incredible amount of work on this project, this game is destined to be a quality title through and through. Now, a $70 price tag is a lot to be asking, especially for a remake, but just like The Last of Us Part 1 remake that came out a few months back, it's up to you to decide if a remake of an exceptional game is worth it. I would argue that it is worth it in the case of the Dead Space remake, as this game is already including so much more beyond what was originally on offer. This game will only be available on current-gen consoles, so no PS4 or Xbox One or Switch players will be able to play the game. Before you enter into the giveaway, just know that you will have to own a PS5, Xbox Series X or S, or PC to play this remake. And finally, let's get into Crisis Core Reunion Final Fantasy VII. This is a remake of the PSP game Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII that was released back in 2007 in Asia and 2008 everywhere else, serving as a prequel to the events of Final Fantasy VII. This game follows protagonist Zack Fair, a promising young operative in the Shinra military's elite unit, Soldier. Together with his new squad members and mentors, including the very own Sephiroth, Zack sets off on a journey to uncover the mystery behind the mass disappearance of Soldier operatives. This game was simply fantastic on the PSP, and undoubtedly will be great in 2022. Serving as a remake and available for just about every platform out right now, Crisis Core Reunion Final Fantasy VII sports a complete graphical overhaul, featuring brand new character models, environments, animations, and more. On top of that, we have an improved battle system that flows a lot better, giving players options to skip lengthy battle animations, summons, and other elements that stopped the flow of the original game and were quite jarring. We've got fully voiced English and Japanese dialogue and a rearranged soundtrack to boot. To make things more enticing, this is considered part of the whole Final Fantasy VII remake series of games that Square Enix is putting together, detailing essential story events that set up the Final Fantasy VII remake we got back in 2020. As Zack Fair is an essential protagonist who is very much tied to Cloud Strife in the events of Final Fantasy VII Remake and what will come after, this is a must-play game for fans of Final Fantasy VII and the Final Fantasy VII Remake who want to get a whole cohesive story experience for the FF7 universe. Speaking from a gameplay perspective, Crisis Core is an action RPG, tying in real-time elements and a bizarre roulette-like luck element that keeps the game's combat feel very much unhinged with an element of surprise with each of the fights. The roulette feature from the original is intact here in this remake, but is less pervasive, meaning many of the results of the roulette would stop the game flow completely and would display lengthy animations from the results of the spinning roulette. That aspect has been integrated more seamlessly into battle now, and doesn't stop the flow of the combat in Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, a much requested and appreciated change that hasn't aged well at all from the original PSP title. This is a lengthy adventure, giving players complete insight into the inner workings of Soldier and Sephiroth before he became the iconic villain he has now known to become in Final Fantasy VII. Players can explore various towns and settings across the world of Final Fantasy VII, learning more about Zack and his connection to Cloud Strife, all the while completing all manner of over-the-top assignments from the main campaign, along with a myriad of side quests and optional content. This is a game that has been requested to be remade for a very long time now, and 15 years later, we finally get that in 2022. Heralded as one of the best PSP games and an incredible Final Fantasy game for that matter, you're not going to want to miss this game when it launches next Tuesday, December 13th. I can vouch for both the Dead Space Remake and for Crisis Core Reunion Final Fantasy VII, as these are remakes of already excellent games. Games that I know all you good people will undoubtedly enjoy. So, as a thank you for all the awesome support you've shown my channel and the great community we've built up, I am more than happy to give away a copy of these two games. May luck be on your side to win the giveaway, and may you hit the links in the description to enter. Check this video out here on your screen for some essential tips and tricks through the Callisto Protocol's hard mode before you try the Dead Space Remake, and stay tuned for a full review of that game coming up real shortly. I look forward to seeing all you good people real soon in the next video. Peace, my friends.